Alright, so the question here is this. You're given an array of integers, okay, and you have to return an array of integers in such a way that at every even index the element is also even. So where 0 is even here, so 0 it's 2, 2 it's 4, and 4 it's 8. So at every even index I see there is an even element, okay. And also at every odd index which I have marked in red, there are odd elements 1, 3 and 5. So now the order doesn't matter, the order of these elements doesn't matter. So here if you see at odd elements it's 1, 5 and 3, here it was 1, 3, 5, right, and at even it's 4, 2, 8. So the order in both these answers are completely different, but both are valid answers. So what we will do is, we will run a for loop, okay, this is our input. For every element in the input, which is every element is 1, 4, 2 and so on. If the element is even, how do we check if an element is even? If mod 2 returns 0, that means if you divide the number by 2 and the remainder is 0, then it's an even element, right? So what you do is, you will push it to an array called even element. So my even element is initially empty, odd element is also empty, both are empty. So if the element is even, I push it to the even element array. If the element is odd, I will push it to the odd element array. So at the end of this algorithm, what I should get is, in my even elements, I should have 4, 2 and 8. In my odd elements, I should have 1, 3 and 5. Here is what we are going to do. We are going to keep two indices I and k. I is used to iterate over the even elements and odd elements, and k is used to keep track of which element we are currently at in the new array. New array is the result that we are going to return. We'll see how we are doing that. So new array is initially initialized to an empty array. Okay. So now while your I, right, is less than the length of even elements, what we are going to do is, to the new array we are going to initialize this even element. So even of I, so even of 0 is what? 4. So to new array I am pushing this 4. Okay. And to k plus 1, that means to the first we push to the 0th position, now to the first position, this is the value of k. Okay. So to k plus 1 I am pushing the odd element of I, so which is 1. So I am pushing 1 here. And then what am I doing? I am moving on. So I is I plus 1, that means I is now pointing to this element. And k is k plus 2. Why is it k plus 2? Because we have already pushed 2 elements. Now we want to point to the third element, right? Okay. So again, now what are we doing? To the new array of, to the kth position, we are pushing the even element. So at the ith position, which is here. So I am pushing 2, right? And then I am pushing the odd element at the same position, which is 3. Okay. Again, I am incrementing the value of k by 2. So now k will come here at this particular index. And again, what am I doing? Same thing, pushing 8 and pushing 5. Pushing 8 and 5, I also got incremented, right? So in this way, you will see that the alternating elements are even and odd, and this is what we wanted. However, the problem with this solution is that we are using extra O of n space. Why O of n? We are using n by 2 space to store the even elements, and similarly n by 2 to store the odd elements. Why n by 2? Because half of them are even, half of them are odd. So basically O of an extra space, right? So is it possible to do this particular solution in place by modifying the array given to us without using any extra space? We'll look at that. But before that, I want to point out just one thing. Instead of in this particular solution, instead of creating a new array, this one, we could have simply just modified the existing array. However, that doesn't change the space complexity because we have anyway used extra space here. Alright, so the idea here is this. We are going to keep two indices. One to keep track of all even elements, another one to keep track of all odd elements, okay? So I is pointing here first and J is pointing here first, right? And then what we are going to do is, we are going to run a loop on this, a while loop on this input. And what we expect is, the element at ith position we expect it to be even, at the odd position we expect it to be odd. If that's not the case, we are going to swap the both so that they come to the right order. Okay, so first I check if the element at ith position is even. 1 is not even, therefore this condition is false. Then I check if the element at the odd position, which is 4, is even. Sorry, it's odd. And it's not odd, right? Both the conditions are false. So what do? I swap both. That means this becomes 4 and this becomes 1. I swap both and I increment both the indices by 2. Why 2? Because I is only taking care of the even indices. So I comes here and my j comes here. Okay. So and then I check again, I come to this, and then if the input at I is an even element, which it is, it's true. So you simply increment I by 2 elements, because okay, we were expecting it to be even and it is even. So let's move on and check the next input. And then again we see that this I is again even, right? So 8 is again even. Then we have to increment I by I plus 2. That means it will come somewhere here. I mean, I will be out of the range. So I is less than input dot length. This will fail, and that's it. We are going to return this answer. Now do you see how if the even elements are in the right place, obviously the odd elements will be in the right place, right? Because there is no other place for them. So this is how we are going to do this problem. We have to check that every even element exists in the right place. If we can assure that, then we can be sure that the odd element will exist in its right position.